And welcome back. The Northern Wolves have a history of great coaches in men's basketball, and they've had only 5 since 1946. Well, make it 6 as of today. And as Zach Borg tells us from Aberdeen, the new guy has a great track record of success.
Most Division II schools that lose a coach to Division I wouldn't be able to find a successor from there.
Head men's basketball coach in Northern State University history, Mr. Saul Phillips.
Northern State is the exception, and they believe they found an exceptional coach in Saul Phillips.
You don't get as many great coaches coming through here without having something special about you, and to be part of that tradition, to be part of that legacy, to try to push it forward, that is extremely appealing.
Phillips played for Bo Ryan and was a Division III national champion. His coaching career began at Wayne State and eventually took him to Fargo with Dolan native Tim Miles, whom he'd succeed as NDSU head coach, developing deep ties to the Dakotas.
This area of the country was very good to us. Our family was happy here. So it makes for an easier transition. We're the best team in this league. Let's go cut down some nets, boys.
Over 13 years, he won more than 200 games in Division I, twice taking NDSU to the NCAA tournament and leading them to an upset of Oklahoma in 2014. After being let go at Ohio after 5 seasons, athletic director Josh Moon saw Saul as a perfect fit in Aberdeen.
His background recruiting in South Dakota for NDSU and being at Nebraska or Wayne State, Nebraska, and being from Wisconsin, I think it just fit regionally of what we need to do to keep this program moving forward.
Though most coaching hires are made to fix broken programs, Northern State couldn't be any healthier. They have a rich tradition and history, lead Division II in attendance, and are in the midst of one of the best eras in program history.
I'll stack this program against any program, Division I, Division II. This is a great program. We can absolutely push the bar forward by continuing to win. But again, I think the most important thing we need to do is make sure that we observe the traditions and some of the things they do well here and continue with that.
A lot of different levels of experience. He's coached in this league as a GA. He's coached in the Summit League. He's from around here. And yeah, I just think we're really fortunate to have a guy like Saul.
As just the 6th head coach at Northern since 1946, it's a good bet that he'll be the latest in a long line of successful Wolves coaches.
Coach Meyer's got a granite bust in the office as you walk in. I'm hoping for a sock puppet right next to it.
In Aberdeen, Zach Borg, KDLT Sports.
By the way, we'll have Saul on Calling All Sports tomorrow. What a great hire. Speaking of college basketball, the Wisconsin Badgers were the first Division I team to play at the Pentagon. They beat St. John's in this game back in November of 2013, 86-75. Not your typical Wisconsin score, by the way. The players and coaches from both teams loved that environment. Well, now, Joe Krabanoff's alma mater are going to make a return appearance when they play St. Mary's. It'll be the 25th D1 game since the building opened, the 2nd for the Badgers and the 1st for St. Mary's. Well, the Canaries had a 3-game win streak snap last night when the Milkmen delivered an 8-3 win for Milwaukee. They were playing in Kokomo, Indiana. Same 2 teams today. It was close until the 7th inning. It was a 4-3 Canaries lead, and that's when the Birds busted things open. Kevin Taylor with the RBI single. That made it 5-3. It's now 7-3, still in the 7th inning, when Mike Hart singles home another run to make it 8-3. And then steps up the guy with the best beard in the business. Brett Vertigan had 4 base hits today, knocked in 4 runs. That made it 9-3 in favor of the Birds. They scored 5 runs in the 7th, got 2 more in the 8th. Ale Lago with the RBI double to left field. That made it a 10-3 game. And Clint Coulter would follow with an RBI single. Coulter with the hit that knocked in the 11th run as the Birds go on to win the final score 11-3. They are now 14-10 and playing really good baseball after a 6-7 road trip to start the year. First place Twins are back home tonight after a 10-game road trip. They hosted the Seattle Mariners at Target Field, and Encarnacion with a 3-run homer, and suddenly it's 3-0 Seattle right away. But Jonathan Scope with about a 15-foot high liner makes it to the stands. Boy, that was a Scope rope to left, 2-run homer. And then Jason Castro, this is a moonshot, just the opposite of Scope's home run. Look where it lands. Let's go to your scoreboard. Twins come all the way back and score 3 in the bottom of the 8th inning to win it 6-5. They're 44-21. Now, they try to play 2 at Harmon Park tonight. Sioux Falls East hosting Brandon Valley. First inning, William Brown flies to right. It's going to be caught out there. Nice catch, but Michael Chevalier is going to race in and score. Now, look at it. Look at the beautiful weather. I mean, it looks nice out there, doesn't it? Great catch. Cole Hupke, and they get the double play right there. That was a beauty. Bottom of 3, runner at third. Mitchell Tolk hits a fly ball to right. Alex Bertram's going to score, and we are all tied up at 1-1 at this point. Top of 4 now, bases loaded. Nate Brecht on the mound gets the strikeout to end the inning. Let's go to your scoreboard. Nate pumped about that. That's when the game got called off because of the weather. They will play 2 to finish this game and play the second game on Thursday. Well, it was a highlight for me to sit in the locker room after all of us interviewed Jack Nicklaus and just kind of shoot the breeze one-on-one with golf's all-time greatest. That was last fall. And then to follow him on the course at Minnehaha, where he delighted thousands of fans by draining a couple of birdie putts in their exhibition. Well, guess what? The Golden Bear had so much fun, he's going to be back again for the second Sanford International in September. He will play another 9-hole event Saturday, September 21st. The crowd following him last year was amazing, and the event overall a smashing success in its very first year. And speaking of smashing successes, most soccer games are kind of low scoring. We know that, but not in the World Cup today for the United States women. To say they dominated would be a mild understatement against Thailand. Alex Morgan scored 5 goals by herself, okay? That ties the record for the United States. Her teammates scored 8 more. Add those two together, 5 and 8. Quick, you guys, you got it? 13-0 over Thailand. Yikes. We'll be right back.